Everyone with taste and class knows that kiwi birds are freaking adorable and the best things ever. We also need more great 3D platformers. Those are reasons why I was so incredibly excited for Super Kiwi 64 last year. It was an indie game that I was really excited about. The game's creator, Marcus, or Ciactro, was gracious enough to give me a code for the game early, which I really appreciated. I was very thankful for that. Now, if you know me at all, and you're looking at the video's title and saying, wait, how could Rennie Ultrafox dislike a Kiwi game? Well, don't worry, because I don't. I actually do like the game. However, I do think that the game could have been better, and there were some major problems, unfortunately, that I do want to give my honest opinions about. Yeah, the game is only $3, which is insanely cheap. Especially at that price, you're absolutely still getting a pretty fun experience. But something about the game still just feels kind of shallow, even at the price point. Months ago, I told you guys I'd review this game, and I really need to get back into the groove of making videos more often, so I think this is a great way to start the new year. So to start out, let's not be too negative. Let's quickly go over what I really did like about this game. I thought the graphical style was awesome. It replicates the classic N64 polygonal feel very well, while adding some extra flair here and there too. Of course, the Kiwi, the standout star, absolutely adorable. He has little goggles and a little backpack, and he is a perfect boy, 10 out of 10. The controls and camera were also polished just right. It all feels tight, and the bouncy animations make things feel just right when you're playing. And also, as a side point, Ciactro is really damn good at creating bizarrely creepy atmospheres, like genuinely creepy atmospheres in certain levels in his games. And that is something that affects not just Super Kiwi 64, but a few other games he's made. And that's something I appreciate too. So yeah, the visual presentation, controls, it's all really awesome. But like I said, I feel a few important elements were missed, and they keep Super Kiwi 64 from being a truly great indie 3D platformer. These are just elements that really keep it from standing up with the greats of the genre in the indie space. So back in 2014, Ciactro put out a short little proof of concept game called, well, just Kiwi 64. Unlike Super, the original Kiwi 64 features multiple colorful characters to interact with and complete objectives for. Super unfortunately does not feature many characters to interact with. The only character you have to interact with is his dog character in the main hub. While he is a pretty enjoyable character, there's not a lot to him, and he unfortunately does not carry the entire game. There are no interactable characters throughout the levels themselves. Kiwi 64 was only like 15 minutes long, but as short and simple as it was, even that managed to have a major villain character to go up against, which Super does not have. I just think these elements are pretty dang important and add a lot of personality to a 3D collectathon. When you compare it to other collectathons, Super Kiwi 64's worlds just feel empty in comparison. They do look nice, but there's hardly anything to do or see in them beyond, well, collecting shit. No colorful cast of characters to interact with, no major objectives. Despite featuring a health meter, Super Kiwi only has one enemy type in the entire game. These large, very slow mech guys. The only other way to get harmed in the game is to fall into a very limited number of dangerous pits, which kill you instantly, and a few very rare obstacles here and there. The lack of any real danger really does hamper the overall experience in a game like this, in my opinion. Even the original Kiwi 64, that short little tech demo, had a few enemies placed around its small little world, so the near complete lack of enemies or interactable characters feels like a very bizarre design choice to me. If I were to compare Super Kiwi to a game like Hat in Time, that game really succeeds in these areas by providing some really memorable characters and story moments. I don't expect anything deep from a game like this, but things like the silly mafia men and having enemies and bosses to fight, yeah, Super Kiwi doesn't even have a final boss or any bosses whatsoever, it just kinda ends, really adds to the game's overall memorability and makes each world you visit feel like it's truly alive and not just an empty place. Even Mario 64 did this way back when. Exciting music and fun characters just add so much. It's just a brief little overview, but those are my major negatives on Super Kiwi 64. But I really do think those fuel elements are a really big deal in a game like this, and the game could have absolutely been more fleshed out even at the price point. I totally get the game is made by one guy, and I appreciate that, and I do absolutely think that he should be proud of what he made here. The polish is definitely there, but even for a small solo project, some important elements were just neglected for some reason. As much as I love the adorable Kiwi and the presentation, those elements I mentioned before really made this game fall flat in comparison to other indie platformers I played last year, like Lunistis and Freedom Planet 2. They just had a lot more going on and felt more lively and more memorable. Even Lunistis is only $5 and it gave me a lot more enjoyment. I was smiling ear to ear the whole time while playing that game. It was just a joy. Maybe a little more development time could have helped to add some of these elements that were missing and make for an even more memorable experience like those. I feel like this extremely simple, straightforward game design worked better in Siaktro's Tori games because they were meant to be linear and very fast-paced. As is, it's a fun, brief little romp where you run through as an adorable Kiwi bird, which of course I love, collecting a few things in mostly empty levels with mostly extremely simple mechanics. And can I really complain about that? And it's just $3 fucking dollars? Well, I guess I found a way to complain about it, but regardless, yes, I do still absolutely recommend buying this game. Like I said, it does have some major flaws, and it's not going to blow your mind, but it was an absolute labor of love, just like Siaktro's other games, especially in the presentation department. And I can't pretend like I didn't have any fun in its little hour-and-a-half runtime. I played it twice, and both times I had enough fun. I just feel like it could have done more. But absolutely, please give the dev your support. They do make some banger games, and I can't wait to see how they improve and evolve in the future. Maybe Super Kiwi 64 2 will be amazing and the best Kiwi game we've ever seen. And again, it has a freaking Kiwi bird in it, and if you're anything like me, you can't resist whipping out your wallet regardless. Hey guys, thanks a bunch for watching this little review of mine today. It's a review I promised months ago, and we're finally at it. I played the game in December. It's February now, but we finally have the review out. This is a little review I wanted to get out there to get back in the groove of making videos. I'm so excited. I have more ideas coming in the future that are going to be bigger, grander than this. I just need to get something out there to give you guys something to watch and also get myself in the groove of editing and recording and all that again, and it's feeling good. I also wanted to thank my Patreon supporters, Rachel, Onyx, Tanuki Max, Nick Games, Cool Pringles, Bergnut, Zarchase, and 123. You are all amazing friends, also amazing supporters, so thank you so much for making what I do possible. And everybody else for watching, thank you so much. I can't wait to make more stuff for you guys. So this is Rennie signing off for now. There's my Super Kiwi 64 review, and I'll see you next month with more content.